Hello, everyone. Oh, absolutely wonderful start. Um, Thank you very much indeed for joining us tonight. Um, Let me just, we got to send out the ping. There we go. We are just about ready to go here. Let's, oh, sorry, just a moment. I know, hyper professional as always. Oh, where is my chat gone? Dear me. Sorry, we need a wee cheeky chat doc as well because we know that it's always good to chat to you guys while we're in the middle of a stream, isn't it? There we go, Rebellious already on there, getting the ooh woos in. Absolutely legendary. Thank you very much for joining us, Rebellious. I am glad to be here. I hope you're all just as excited as I am. This is going to be an absolutely spicy session. But even more than that, guys, this is going to be an absolutely fire season. We are here. It is Raw Cake. That is exactly it. It is Raw Cake. Um, and we are back. Phoenix Sim Sport back in the racing seat. It is season 5, baby. This is going to be an absolutely incredible season. We have a very strong grid here in tier 3. Yes, Rebellious, that's what it's all about. Yes, the we gotta build up that Mav hype, you know. So, um, exactly. Oh, Cthulhu, yes, please do join. Please do. That would be absolutely wonderful. Are you able to join the combox, or do you need me to move you in? You have to drag me in. I'm gonna have to use my super ultra mega powers. So, guys, we're gonna have to just take a little moment, but that little moment has allowed us to have the man, the myth, the legend, uh, one
I
of
am
the
not an
old
idiot.
ones themselves, Mr. Cthulhu. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, man.
What do you think about this grid here for Tier 3?
Um, I mean, as it definitely looks like it's going to be a good grid. It's a little bit of a shame that we don't have the full grid, being as it's round one of the new season. But I do think it'll be a good and competitive race.
For sure. I think the way that we have created the tiers this season, it's going to allow for a lot of competition between drivers. So yeah, yep, I am very excited indeed. Yeah, we always like to see a good full grid, but we've got 13. And Azerbaijan is always one of those tracks where you can tend to get a little bit of a slightly lower attendance rate. But anyway, here we go.
Ooh, someone's on mediums.
Yeah, so reason B is looking at the mediums at the moment. Still in the pits though. So he hasn't actually decided to go out on track with them at the moment. Looking like an Aston Martin is having some trouble. He's gone down the slip road there. Um, so having some troubles. But we'll go on board here. In fact, I think we should go on board with Macau, and I will take you for a lap of Baku. Here we go, down this massive straight. We're going to brake just before the curb and flick the car into turn 1, third gear through there. Just try and kill the res. Brake around about 100, flick the car in, avoid that curve on the inside, just a little touch through turn 2. Very nicely controlled by Macau there. Then a nice long blast here down to turn 3. Flick the car in, get as close to that inside wall. A little bit of space left on the outside, and then we flick the car right for turn 4, missing the apex there, the McLaren driver. So leaving a little bit of time on the table here as we come through. That is sector 1 over sector 2 now. Now we are coming down into the famous castle section. We want to be careful not to cut that corner very close to the wall. Then we're going to need to flick the car left up through the castle section. Absolutely beautiful part of the circuit, but incredibly narrow for these cars as we then come up onto this legendary back straight. That's not very straight, but it is for a Formula 1 car. Braking now for what is essentially the last 2 corners on the circuit. I'm going to brake at 100 here. Avoid this curb on the inside. You want to get on throttle as early as possible because this is a very, very long full throttle section. We're now going to be full throttle all the way to the line. Thread the car through here. We make contact with the wall. That's not going to be great for Macau's lap time at the moment. But that is a lap of Baku vodka opening with a 39.8, which is a very good lap time indeed around the streets of Baku. Impressive stuff to already be in the 39s. Hello, Machiru. Nice to see you. Yeah, castle section on lap 1 can be a little bit tricky. Hello. Can be a little bit tricky. You know, hopefully these guys do what they can to take it easy through there. You know, and we can get through it nice and safe and get on to have a good race. Okay, Pains, you're going to have to explain to me how you've done that. That is absolutely awesome. I love it. Dancing coloured bars. Brilliant. So it looks
Thought I
like...
could join and spectate mid-session. Apparently, I can't.
Oh, you should be able to. Are you... Who are you trying to join on?
I was trying to join on you. Aren't you the host, or is you not
No,
the host?
Suffocating is the host, so you'll have to join on him.
Do I have those?
That's a good question. Or if you want, I can just share my screen.
That works.
Yeah, cool. That's right. Just un moment again here, guys.
Minor technical difficulties.
Minor technical difficulties. That is exactly it.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. Can't say we're not multicultural here, eh? There we go. So actually, Cthulhu, Reason B did actually end up setting a lap then on those
mediums,
tires.
yeah.
Yeah, we're still waiting for a lap from half the grid here.
I was gonna say it's not it doesn't have the rule where it locks you into your tire choice, so it's a little confused as to why you would set a lap on the mediums.
Yeah, you know, the only reason I could think you would want to do that is to try and save, you know, sets of soft tires, but it's unlikely you'd want to use soft tires in the race. You know, is it to set a banker, but then why not just use 3 soft tires? Yeah, I'm not sure. We see it from time to time, but either way, Reason B, 42.4 with the medium tires. Let's see if he decides to go back out on a set of lovely soft.
Oh, that is not good. Do not drink the orange Rockstar energy drink.
there you go. So, Orange Rockstar, not recommended for human consumption.
Uh, I'm glad I did not drink that this morning before our ACC race.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I would have been.
instead, what you want to be drinking is exactly what Rebellious has just said. Rogue Energy sponsors all of Phoenix SimSport. Make sure you go to their website, use the code PHX for 10% discount on some Rogue Energy. That's what Vodka has been drinking to smash that 39.8. My goodness, that has been such a lap time as well that no one's really got close to it in this session. And Rebellia saying that is some good stuff. So there we go. Highly recommended drink by Rebellious. Rebellious, what stuff? Yes.
Almost two
What stuff did
seconds
you get?
faster between first and second.
Yeah, that is absolutely phenomenal stuff. Very, very good lap.
Interesting.
I think, Macau is potentially someone that could get up there, but just made a few mistakes on those original outlaps. So let's see. Let's keep an eye on the McLaren driver. See if an improvement can come from there. And we've still got Tough Cookie, Dr. J Cactus, Formula One, and Kalinantovic. Yeah, smash
I
that
was
as
going to say,
well.
well, reason B should also improve. Now he's put softs on,
Yeah,
so
yeah. So
um,
potentially we
but I
could
don't
see a little bit
I
of
don't
pressure
think the
come through.
softs are a 3 second a lap difference.
No, for sure.
So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on him, see what he does.
Definitely, there's gonna be an awful lot of work to be done there. So the AlphaTauri man, Kalinantovic, um, setting a 150.4. That is
The
unlikely to
true
be.
definition of a banker.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's probably not representative. I imagine that is a mistake somewhere on that lap. Yeah, 3 seconds quicker in the first sector on this lap. So let's keep an eye on how the AlphaTauri gets on here.
God, going into that castle section is always unnerving.
Very, very much so. You have to run so close to that wall. The closer you can get to it, the more pace you can get out of it. But at the same time, it spells doom.
It's really close to that wall on the exit as well.
Very, very much so. Kalinantovic then improving by 9 seconds here, so we should see something probably around the 41s, 40s. Let's see how this final sector goes.
The speed just continues to climb. 330, 335. Does he hit 340? Not quite.
Monsters just keep going, and it is a 40.5.
40.5.
And that was on a second lap, so we could very well see a little bit of improvement here from Julian. Once he's able to get into the pits and get some new tyres on. But for now, that lap from Vodka, very safe.
Reason
Although,
B
as I say that,
40.2.
As I say that, Reason B.
They were, again, it was good enough for a little over 2 seconds. So
Yeah. I wonder, was that earlier lap just really a nice, careful banker? Either way, that is a good lap time. So P2 for now from the Red Bull.
I mean, I will say that does look promising, at least for that first place fight. Is you're currently all within a second of each other.
Definitely, it does. I think, unfortunately.
You hate to see that.
Sorry, yeah, that's not a great way for our defending champion of Tier 3 to be kicking off this session.
Oh, he is the defending champ. I forgot about that.
He is currently in P6, and that is going to hurt if that's going to be another 5 positions dropped from here. But let's see what the Alpha Man can do. Can I improve on this lap time?
I mean, look, the worst he can do is 14th.
Yeah. At this point, is it worth maybe just taking the L and then sticking on the hards in the race and seeing how far you can get forward? We know that suffocating, he can do those kind of strategies. We saw it in Britain last season. Starting on the hards and running as long as possible. And basically cutting his way through the field as a result. So yeah, let's see what he can do. I don't think it's all over for the Alpha Man just yet, but his teammate Viper, I think, making a mistake on the back straight.
I mean, I do think it's still probably the best strategy for him for here. I mean, he knows he's going to lose 5 places, but I think you still, to counteract that and to improve your chances, you still put in, you still do the best you can to see how high you can get before that drop. So if he manages to find a way to the second row of the grid, and then yeah, he'll lose the 5 places, but then you put on the hards, and if you can do that, maybe you take advantage of it and you get a surprise winner, a surprise podium from P9.
For sure, for sure. Definitely one to keep an eye on for this race.
Couple of it are waiting till the absolute last minute to try to put a lap in, aren't they?
Yeah, Dr. J is on a lap at the moment. I wonder, has he just struggled to set something? As he's making a little mistake on that lap. Cactus, I think, is struggling with connection issues, and yeah, Formula One just hasn't left the box yet. So, as Dr. J pulls a Leclerc.
Well, not
That
quite, because he did manage to not lose a wheel.
That is a very good point. Yeah, at least he's got all 4 wheels on.
However, I don't think he's still got a wing. He's lost
Yeah,
the end plate.
he
I
might.
mean, he could do the lap without it. It would obviously suffer some, but
Yeah, I mean, ultimately. Oh no,
no,
that is.
now he doesn't have a wing.
Yeah, I think that was just compounding issues there. So, that is pretty much all from the Aston Martin man. And it looks like then the Alphas of Viper Strikes and Suffocating, they have had enough this session. They don't think they can improve. They are going to be on a 41.5 and a 41.8. Best they can do is P5 and P6. Reason B then, on a hot lap here. We're about to start a hot lap. So let's ride on board with the Red Bull, see what he can pull out of this session. I think Vodka is close in behind as well, with Kalanantovic coming up just behind them as well. So this is going to go right down to the wire. The top 3 all trying to settle up in the dying seconds of this session.
Got a little loose there.
He did. How much is that going to cost him in this first sector? Yeah, it's going to be basically 2/10. Let's see what can Vodka do. Vodka is 2/10 up in this sector. Kalanantovic hasn't really improved. So it looks like if Vodka can hold on here, he could be on for a 39.6 and lock in that pole position. Oh, it looks like he was struggling. Reason B hasn't validated. So that's going to be him out of this little battle for now. It's now down to whether Kalanantovic can get anything out of the second and third sector.
Did that last McLaren manage to cross the line in time to start a final lap?
Oh,
No, he did not.
No, it looks like Macau then best. he can do is P11.
No, Jimmy B crossed in time to start a lap.
So one McLaren does make it. The other one then will be starting outside the top 10. Vodka on the run to the line. What's it going to be? Vodka losing a
I
lot
think
of
he pulled
time in that
out.
final sector. I think you're right. I think you're right.
I think he saw that he didn't need to
Oh! But
continue to
he should
improve.
have!
Oh my god, a 39.7.
He should have a
Oh,
39.7 from
and now
Kalinatovic.
the regret of not finishing that lap.
Yeah,
He thought he was safe.
he did. I wonder, did he see reason B cross the line and thought, no, I don't need to finish this lap? Or did he make a mistake in that final sector? I think that's, I think you're right, Cthulhu. I think he just backed off from that lap.
I
And he
feel
was
like
on for a
with a mistake, he
39.6.
wouldn't have been. Yeah, I think with a
Yeah,
mistake, he wouldn't have been 2 seconds down. I feel like that's
yeah.
a backing out down that main straight.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Oh, so, wow. Julian then stealing pole position right in the dying seconds of this session. A
What?
39.7.
Oh, lap.
That is absolutely beautiful. Very, very good pace here in Tier 3. That's good to see. And then it looks like Vodka then still starting on the front row. But it'll not be on the side of the track that he wanted to be starting. He'll be on the other side, unfortunately. Does P1 start on the right-hand side here? I think.
I don't believe they do. I want to say they start on the left.
They might do. They might do. We will find out shortly anyway, won't we? But there we go. Confirmation. Julian then is in P1. Vodka starting alongside in P2. Row 2 then is Reason B and Destroyer Drac. Viper Strikes Tough Cookie then will be in row 3 as Suffocating is dropped 5 positions down to P11. Then we're going to have Point K and Jimmy B in row 4. And then Darkness and Suffocating in row 5. Macau, Dr. J Cactus, and Formula 1 then rounding out the grid. A couple of drivers not able to get a lap in that session, which is interesting. Baku is one of those tracks where track limits aren't easy, but certainly it's not one I would think you would invalidate everything on. So interesting.
So, yeah, I know you said Cactus had his connection issues. So I mean, I understand him not setting a lap. It's just a
Yeah.
shame. It's a shame that Dr. J just had that incident right there at the end. So I don't know if he had also been having connection issues or something, or if he just couldn't get his setup right beforehand, or what. But I mean, and then I don't know. No one had a penalty to serve, did they?
Nope. They didn't. So, yeah, everyone basically had a clean start. So, yeah, interesting. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Confirmation, Dr. J. It is. It was setup struggles. So, yep,
You hate to
interesting.
see it.
Yep, for sure. But at the very least, with Park Fermi being off, which is definitely my preference, and I think most drivers, at least you can still change before the start of the race. Which even if you do get something wrong, it means your race isn't ruined at least, which is very good. There we go. P1 does start on the right hand side.
On the clean side.
Start on the clean side, exactly. As Julian then leads the cars away for the formation lap. And let's get a quick look then at... there's the... Yes, here we go. We're starting to learn the shortcuts now.
Very odd split.
Yeah, so it looks like we've got about 50-50. Yeah, what do you think about that kind of strategy, Cthulhu?
I will say I think the one. I don't think none of these surprise me with the choices. I think the one that does somewhat surprise me, just because we know his pace, we know how he can conserve the tires, is actually suffocating.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
After having a relatively good qualifying result, because he would have been sixth, and then not slapping on some hard tires to, like, you might lose a few positions in the first couple of laps, but after that, once you've got them warmed up, scrubbed in, and turned on, it's then your race, and
Heck yeah.
you work your way back up the field. So that one's
Exactly.
slightly surprising. Um, but yeah, like Point K, that doesn't. I would say that one probably is the first one that um I think is probably trying to take advantage of, knowing he's not necessarily the fastest, but wants to try to make up some positions early.
Definitely.
And hoping that. I mean, obviously, we want to see good racing. We don't want to see crashes, but he's probably hoping that there's some mistakes made from people in front of him, and he can take advantage of having quicker tires at the beginning of the race.
Definitely. Definitely. So definitely one to keep an eye on. Those
It's
medium tires
aggressive
doing.
arcing.
Yes, indeed.
He is definitely going to try to keep vodka from getting by at the start.
For sure. So this is going to be interesting. We are about to get ready here to start off the Tier 3 Season 5. Let's get ready for the engines to roar into life as the final driver lines up. 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And it's away we go. I can't quite tell from here who's got a good start and not, but it looks like Julian getting a relatively good launch there. Drac then following in behind. Reason B doing well off the line there. I see someone dropping down.
Oh,
I think it's
did Jack
Jimmy
go straight
B.
on? Did
Ooh.
Jack just go straight on?
Oh, yeah, Drac did. You're right. Drac did to go straight on down the escape
I
road.
thought he was
So
light on the brakes, but
yeah, so he's still there in the runoff area at the moment. Now he's back on track now, so hopefully he can get back underway. As Jimmy B starts making his way back up through the grid again. So the McLaren losing a few positions at the start there. And actually, talking about losing a few positions, Point K down to P13. So unfortunately, not quite making use of those medium tires at the start. But Macau absolutely nailing that up to P5.
and suffocating up to
And
seventh.
suffocating doing well as well. So suffocating recovering some of those positions lost as a result of that 5-place grid penalty.
Already almost a second gap between first and second. That is impressive.
That is very good stuff indeed. Can Vodka do anything to try and stay in the DRS range of the Alpha Man?
And with Drac, I don't know if you had paid attention, but up into the first turn, he was right alongside Vodka, so he got a good start. I don't really know what happened.
Yeah, I think I was watching something a little bit further back, so my eyes weren't directly on it. That's something we probably need to look at in replay. Yeah, I wonder what happened there. Very, very strange incident indeed. As we see a McLaren popping into the pits, that is potentially for some
Jimmy.
damage repair. It did look like he was stationary on the main straight there for a little bit. But to take a look at some of the biggest winners and losers on that first lap, McCowan suffocating up 5 positions on that first lap, along with Formula 1 up into P9 as well. Everyone there doing a very good job gaining a lot of positions as Cactus and Dr. J battle Side by side. Oh, it's because Cactus. Dr. J! Almost going straight.
Nope.
Oh, that is
Wait.
unfortunate. He caught
Nope.
that and just unfortunately, I think touched the accelerator to try and flick spin the car, and it just went straight forward and caused the DNF,
It
unfortunately.
seems like it truly just seemed like he tapped it, like just barely
Yeah,
tapped the wall, and
yeah,
then the car just fell apart.
yep. Car just decided to go lol nope. So really unfortunate to see that happening
And
there to Dr. J.
McLaren retired.
Yeah,
Maybe. I think it said he left the session.
yeah. So yeah, he is ghosted at the moment. So let's keep an eye out there. Yeah, unfortunate Dr. J. Sorry that happened. You know what this game can be like. But no, there's always an open seat for you anyway. But Vodka not letting Julian get away. Julian absolutely smashing it off the start, but Vodka quickly reeling the Alpha back in again. Reason looks like he can't quite hang on to this pace at the moment. Um, and slowly dropping back here a little bit. Along with gaps opening between Viper and Reason, and Viper and Macau as well, suffocating in there and pressuring the McLaren driver.
Ooh, Vodka goes a little wide.
Yeah, I wonder, did that give him a track limit warning
It's
thought?
it's broken it's broken his
Oh, did you see damage?
nothing's broken, but he's
Oh, you're right, he's lost
broken the 1 second
time.
barrier.
Yeah, yeah.
He had done really well for the first 2.5 laps to stay within DRS, and the
Yeah, he
main spot that
has.
it's the most effective down this back straight, he's not going to have it anymore.
You're right.
I say
So,
that, and he might have gotten it.
oh, he
As I
might
was
be
looking at
back
the
in.
mini map,
He
he
might
might
be.
have gotten it.
Tell you who has got it though. Suffocating. It's gonna go around the outside of the McLaren, and that is a
Not
pretty
challenge.
textbook DRS pass.
Like Max Verstappen on Charles Leclerc IRL.
That is exactly it. Yep, with that hyper DRS that the Red Bull has. And that is suffocating then, basically back up to his qualifying position, so he can hopefully start looking
I
at
actually
making
think
some
he's
progress.
a
Oh,
spot
he's one
above where he
higher.
would have
He is.
qualified.
He's one higher, isn't he? Yep, yep. Because he qualified sixth, didn't he? Yep.
Yep.
So, yeah, good stuff then from the Alpha. Point K doing okay to recover from that first lap shenanigans as well, getting himself back up to P9, still a couple of positions below his original start, but he is pressuring the Haas now, so let's see what he can do from there. Let's just pop over there actually. The two Ferraris line astern at the moment.
Darkness is probably hoping he can catch up to his teammate just enough to get within DRS range.
Yeah, if he could use that DRS to pull himself along, that would be great to offset that hard tire deficit, but looks like he's struggling there for grip in the background, and he's just lost a second there in that final corner. So Darkness has got all the work to do as Point K then presses on. This is an absolutely brilliant opening
Should be
round.
open now.
Yeah, here we go. Is it going to be enough, though?
I don't think it
He's
is.
too far behind. Yeah, he's not going to make it.
He didn't gain a whole lot. I wonder if that Haas has a very, very, very low downforce setup.
Potentially. That is definitely an option you can go for here in Baku. So definitely something to keep an eye on. Or it could have been Point K just deciding not to deploy the ERS as well.
And there's that.
But this battle certainly is not over yet.
I mean, the ones pulled it back to right at about a second.
So it might be. He might be able to. Yeah, there you go. He is out. Oh no, straight back into then.
It's fluctuating down to 0.7 up to like 1.1.
It is. And
like it's like they're alternating.
No, Viper.
Who was
Viper facing the wrong way on the back straight. Something is helping the Alpha.
It seems like though he's managed to not incur any damage. I mean, there's damage to his tires now, but
and his pride.
I don't know about body work, but there's no wing damage. It looks like.
Yeah. So it looks like he's going to be able to continue. Emotional damage, though, certainly.
Is there any issue? Talent.
Exactly.
In the words of Lando Norris.
Exactly. The legendary Lando Norris. Oh, brilliant. What race was that in? Can you remember?
Austria.
Was that Austria? Excellent. Yeah,
I don't remember what year.
No, I can't remember exactly myself, but yeah.
I don't remember if it was 20 or 21.
Yep.
But I do remember it was Austria.
Yep. Oh, that was a good one. I think it might have been 21, because I think 20 he got the podium. I think.
Oh yeah, where he blipped it off of Lewis at
yes.
truly the last second.
Yes, but don't quote me, because I can't exactly remember.
I mean, I could look it up.
Yes, indeed, so that we can get our facts right.
Yeah.
The stream facts. Hashtag Phoenix facts. What is a fact is Tough Cookie is now on the gearbox of Macau. So, Macau started to struggle on these mediums. Did a very good job gaining a lot of positions early in this race. Having said that, though, Tough Cookie dropped back out of the as the Haas of Formula 1 is now wingless. That is exiting the castle section.
Oh,
he's lost that wing somewhere. So, helicopter cam. Oh, screw you, EA. Really? Just give us a permanent helicam option, just like Ace. Yes, helicam. See, they knew. They just knew. Oh, this is gonna be interesting because these guys are gonna catch that Haas at a really awkward spot.
Hopefully they're smart enough to stay to the right.
Yeah.
Is he pitting?
Is he? Yeah, he is. Who?
Okay.
I thought he was continuing. Yeah.
Because you saw the line he took, and I saw the line. I was like, there's no way he tries this for another lap.
Yeah. No, thankfully not. We have someone in chat asking if we are from Belfast. Well, Cthulhu, I don't think you're from Belfast, are you?
No, because I don't know where Belfast is.
Exactly. And I'm not from Belfast either, but I'm from close to Belfast. I am from Antrim. Well, I'm from Lisburn originally. But good old Northern Ireland. Yeah, Belfast is our capital city. How dare you not know? Anyway.
I know Dublin.
Yeah, close enough.
No Dublin. I know it's in Ireland.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. That's where you can buy my shillelagh. Oh, for frig's sake. Leprechauns.
I mean, look, I'm on the wrong continent.
Is that all we are to you?
You're lucky I know cities and most of the European countries. Don't expect me to know every city and town.
Sorry to cut across your geography lesson, but
yeah.
Vodka making a move for the lead, but Julian is not going to give this up. He's gonna give it up before.
He's gonna take DRS. Yes. Back straight is what he's gonna do.
Yes. Yes, exactly. There we go. Yes, good hero boyo from the province. Yes, indeed. Are you from the province yourself then? I assume so. If you're calling it the province, that kind of makes sense.
Jimmy B is back.
Yep. So hopefully he can start making some progress. There's definitely some points on the. Oh, I
Interesting.
think as I looked away there, one Mercedes
Tough
is
Cookie retired
DNF'd.
from he retired from session.
Yeah. Oh, he retired from session. Oh, that must have been
Yeah.
an on-track retirement. That's not ideal. But there's definitely
I
some
didn't see where
points.
it was. I just saw it
Yeah, yeah.
happen.
There's definitely some points on the board here. Yeah, if you can keep it out of the wall, there's a possibility of getting some points. Tier 4, we only had 6 finishers out of 15 starters.
Really? 6?
Yeah, 6 finishers.
Just was it? I mean, I know obviously this track in Monaco and Singapore. Obviously, I mean the walls are deadly. But was it?
Yeah.
Was it collisions with walls or was it
Yeah, it was just, people
slightly
just taking
overstepping essentially limits and
overstepping
causing?
limits.
Yeah,
Yep. So,
hate to see it.
um,
Hate
it
to
was
see it.
a relatively clean race. In fact, their first lap there was no incidents, and then yeah, just slowly it just became one of those wars of attrition. Just they can tend to happen at these kind of street tracks. But what it does is it spices things up. It means then people get points that don't normally get points. You know, so no, interesting to see it.
That Alpha Tower keeps looking. It doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's not confident. Doesn't want. I mean, good on him for not doing a rather deep dive, but
definitely.
he's
Yeah,
not. He's not really quite catching him. I think like the way I thought he would. I wonder if is he saving some ERS and.
yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. Is he playing the game? Is he not? Let's keep an eye and see what exactly is going on there. As Viper Strikes is doing an awesome job, actually,
Covered
recovering through the field.
well.
Yeah, very well indeed. He's going to be past Macau here, sure. Is he recovering well, or has Macau dropped out? I think Macau has actually dropped back a considerable amount. Um,
I'd be
but
struggling.
either way, Viper Strike's doing a very good job here. Um,
I think
and
some
he's
of
on
those
those hard
medium tire
tires.
runners. I think some of the mediums are starting to struggle. I feel like
Yeah,
suffocating was. I mean, obviously he wasn't right on the gearbox of Reason B, but I feel like not
no,
that long ago he was within single-digit seconds.
for sure, for sure. So it's going to be interesting to see how this. Yeah, it looks like Macau's just dropping pace a little bit now. It is getting to that point where the mediums are going to be harder to drive on. So Macau may very well be starting to feel. Ooh, as one of them clouts the wall. We heard that somewhere, and Viper looks like he's going to take advantage
I mean,
of this then, and is
Point
going to
K
move
is
himself.
having a look as
Point
well.
K is going to send it.
Also
You're
going to
right.
commit to it.
Wow, excellent stuff. Great racing here. And now
Point
the
K
question
still keeping
is,
those mediums working. He's able to keep up with
yeah.
Viper. I mean,
So
he's also had DRS, so
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see then. Can Point K keep Viper in his sights? But Viper's going to have the advantage when he switches over. So, let's see how it goes.
I mean, Viper's pulling away from Point K at about the same rate Point K is pulling away from Macau.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, there we go. We've just broken the TRS now, so this battle may very well settle down a little bit, but the one that isn't is
First place.
Union and
That
Vodka.
battle for the
Still,
top step of the podium just will not die.
this is incredible, and this is exactly what was happening in Tier 4 as well. There was an absolutely electric battle all race long. for the win. This is exactly what we want to see. Yeah, I think Julian is just playing the smart game right now, saving up the ERS, and waiting to pounce at the right time. Might even be waiting just for um, the pit stops. Undercut, overcut. Break that DRS nice and strongly. Then, let's see. So Julian's got 30% battery left.
30.
Vodka's got
Ooh.
60. So Vodka actually, maybe it's Vodka that's been saving and actually has the advantage here, and Julian is just helpless. That's very interesting.
So I wonder if Julian did he just tap the wall?
It looked like it. Oh, I don't think he did, but it looked like he got very close.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I stopped what I was saying.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's how essentially Vodka originally got passed, was Julian just ran out of ERS and now he's having to save it back up.
Potentially so. Potentially so. So watch this space. Yeah, it's out to 8/10 now, and Vodka knows he just does not need to bother using. But
Down to 20,
Julian already
20%.
was boosting a little bit. Yeah, I wonder, has Julian just taken too much wing? And it's just taking more battery to push that car through the air? Julian's going to have to pull out all the stops if he wants to make any impact on this race and battle for the win here. We've got Drac now squaring up Macau down the back straight, and it's going to make the overtake even before the DRS line.
That might have been a mistake.
It might have been, as Macau then
he's gonna
decides to
pit.
box. So here we go then. This is the pit window for the medium runners. We've got Point K.
is also boxed. He's not
Spotted that.
He's not gonna overcut.
Yeah.
He's not allowing the undercut.
So where are these guys going to come out? Point K makes it back on track then
9th and
in
10th maybe? No, because
P8.
Cactus is also
Yeah.
pit, so they're gonna say they lost a spot.
That's not too bad.
each?
Yeah, I think they only lost position to Darkness. So now everything they do from now on is just going to be gaining position. So now it's all about just getting flat out manage these tires. Because right now these are going to be like ice blocks.
Ooh!
No, Point K!
Had cold tires and lost it.
Cold tires, exactly, catching out the Ferrari man. See?
Seems to have managed to kept it out of the wall though.
Yeah, this is why you need to buy yourself a Cthulhu, because he tells you your tires are like ice blocks. So there we go. That's what Ferrari are
Engineering is
lacking.
important in racing, people.
Exactly, exactly. Which gives the position back to Macau then. Ooh, he goes a little bit wide.
I don't think he touched. He did get a little squirrely there, but I don't think he touched.
Yeah. It did certainly look uncomfortable at the very least.
That camera angle made it look like he was going to go straight on into that wall.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
I was prepared for the worst.
Some of these angles are just absolutely insane. Suffocating then is the next one to box. That is going to let Drac through then up to P5.
That might be the only position he loses.
I think it will be. He's on pit exit now. He is going to hold position. So
he lost one to Drac.
Yeah, he did.
So he'll get
Drac
back to his 5th, and that's probably about the best he's going to be able to do.
Yeah, I think you're probably right there. It's unlikely he's going to be able to make progress. Everyone in front of him is going to box for mediums, and they are going to be rapid towards the end of this race. But still, that is going to be some good recovery then from the Alpha Man. And good solid points, the Alpha boys have showed up today. And they went motor racing. So Alpha potentially
See,
then
but
could be leading the championship.
where does Drac end up when he pits? Does he fall back down to 7th?
I think he could potentially lose position to Macau. Maybe not Point K. You know, let's actually see.
Well, because that's what I was looking at. Was I was trying, because I know Darkness will have to pit, so I was kind of um excluding Darkness because I knew Darkness would have to pit as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I think you're probably right. He'll probably go to about 7th if you discount Darkness, yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how long these hard tires can go. Julian is keeping up the pressure on the Mercedes man of Vodka at the front here.
Vodka made a little mistake coming out of the castle section.
Yeah, and he's lost a lot more time here.
But he's got almost 80% of his ERS available to him.
Yeah, and what's Julian on? Julian is saving, but
he's brought it up to 50.
Vodka's still got the advantage though. Yeah, some awesome battles up front.
Right
yes,
up the gearbox.
This race is going to be impossible to tell who's going to win. Advantage Vodka at the moment.
I will say, unless something happens to either one of them, it's definitely going to be these two on the top 2 steps. Just we don't know the order.
Yeah.
Not using any additional ERS.
Yeah. He just cannot pull
Making him
on the
think
Mercedes.
about it.
He is, but he just can't pull enough.
Gotta be running a higher wing.
I think he's just using a massive parachute at the back of a wing. Yeah. Either that or Vodka's using a very, very low wing. So, interesting. But 11 laps to go here.
He's making him think about it.
Yeah.
2/10. I almost wonder if he's trying to force Vodka into an early pit. And
that's potential. Yep.
So he'll take advantage of a lap or two in clean air.
For sure. That potentially could be the case.
Is that a cut?
So at the moment, yeah, I couldn't really tell if that was potentially. So a little bit squirrely. Let's just take a look at the pit stops. So at the moment, we've got Suffocating is the lead driver that has stopped. We expect Drac to probably drop behind him when he boxes. But that's probably all who will lose position to Suffocating. And then we've got Macau, Point K, Formula 1 Cactus, and Jimmy B all having made stops. Yet to stop is Vodka, Kalinatovic, Reason B, Viper, Drac, and Darkness.
The one thing we haven't mentioned is Drac fighting back up to 5th from that missed braking point in turn 2 and falling all the way down to 14th.
Yes,
back up into 5th.
Very good drive here from Drac. It's going to be interesting to see how far he falls back down once he does box. But for now, very, very good driving indeed.
I mean, obviously he'll fall back down, but he'll then have tire advantage. So I think that at a minimum he can at least. I mean, he'll still get good points. I think he'll be able to at least get back up.
Oh no!
Maybe 6th.
Oh!
Did they touch?
I don't know if that was contact or if it was just Vodka spinning. I'm not sure. That's probably going to have to be investigated afterwards. Unless it was all just on Vodka. But for now, that means then Julian takes the lead of the race. Vodka, 5.3 seconds behind. Reason B now is going to be in DRS range of the Mercedes man. Oh, that is not how we wanted this battle to end. We wanted it to go right to the line. Both men really, really did deserve that.
And now he's got a 3-second.
Yeah. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I mean, he can still get a really good solid podium here. But he's going to have to keep that head down.
So it seems like I wonder if that. I think that's where he was getting his track limits every time was right there at that exit
Yeah, that one
out of the
is
castle section.
definitely, that one is very, very tricky. You know, it's so easy to get track limits there. Wonder, is Vodka gonna box here? Julian boxes. Vodka does not. Reason B does not. So Julian then going for the early stop. He wants to get as much as he can out of those medium tires.
I wonder if he's doing that because he's now. I don't want to say comfortably in first, but it's a little more solid positioning than
Yeah,
what it was being
I
no
would.
more than half a second behind Vodka.
Yeah, definitely. I would say that is protecting against the undercut. You know, he had the 5 seconds to be able to play with, so, you know, why not protect against the undercut? Just get your head down on nice fresh tires, you know, and then just deal with the tire wear at the end. Yeah, for sure.
I mean, because it's essentially now. I mean, we hate it. We hate seeing when penalties change the order of the race,
Oh
but it's
my.
also the net.
Oh, this is spicy. 3 wide down the main straight.
Oh my god!
Viper Strikes and Darkness.
Darkness. Did he get through? Wait, who was Darkness the one defending from all that? I feel like he was.
I think he was. Yeah, he must have been, because Darkness still has the pit.
They're saying Macau had DRS as well, but just couldn't quite make the pass.
Yeah. And is going to be behind for another lap. Vodka now does then decide to pit.
Gonna try to limit the damage from the undercut of Klinovich.
Yes, indeed.
Still probably gonna be a 5 second or so gap.
Yeah, it's got to be by the time he exits here. It's
We'll
going to
know
take
a
a
little.
second.
Yeah, we'll know a little bit better once they get back up to racing speed. So they lost about second and a half, 2 seconds almost.
Yeah, it looks like it. And then there's going to be a little bit extra time here because of the fact that these tires are going to be cold, whereas Julian's now are going to be up to temps. Lord Chappie saying, "Wow, they brought Macau to F122. Never thought we'd see that." Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Bring it to ACC is what they should do.
Heck yeah, yeah, that would be awesome. Let's take a look here at
Yeah, Point
Point
K now
K,
fighting with Viper.
which is
They've both
interesting.
pit, right?
Yeah, Point K is on the hard
Oh,
tires.
Drac is pit, and we missed that, and he stayed in fifth.
Wow, so absolutely phenomenal stuff then from Drac.
What an absolute recovery drive from him.
That is phenomenal.
Darkness finally pits.
There we go.
I believe he
Darkness.
was the last one, right?
Yeah, I think so. And he's holding in there for points.
Last point.
So
42.8.
there we go.
Fastest lap of the race. Jesus.
That is awesome stuff. Julian absolutely pushing it. Reason B then, the next one to box, and if
He
I'm
was
not
the final
mistaken,
one.
that is everyone then.
That is now
Has
everybody.
boxed. So now we've got Julian 7.8 seconds ahead of Vodka. But depending on what happens post-race, you know, that race result could be flipped around. Well, it depends on what the gap
Well, I
at
was
the end of
gonna
the
say
race
that
is.
depends because
Julian could
Vodka
outrace it.
essentially is a 11, essentially 11-second deficit.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
Vodka's gonna need to push on.
Let's see, he would need,
regardless.
since it wasn't lap 1, there's no additional.
No.
So he would need, to essentially be safe, he would need essentially a 15.5 second gap.
Yep. Yep.
So I believe that was the only. I think that was the only real incident that we've seen that we don't know if it was touching or just a
Yeah.
spin.
Yeah, I think so, because it wasn't quite clear from the camera angle. It could very well have been either, as Kalinantovic then
42.2.
smashing in a
Jesus.
42.2, so he really wants to be making moves up the road.
I wonder if he thinks that he is at fault for that,
Lord
because
Chappie.
he's just. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
But I wonder if Klinovich is just, he's like, I don't know if it's my fault, and on the off chance it is, I'm just going to create as big of a gap as possible, because that's
Maybe.
2 laps in a row he set the fastest lap.
Yep, maybe. Either way, he's got the head down. He is in quali mode. Darkness here could be looking at gaining a position. Well, Cactus is a ghosted car, so he would get that position anyway, because I think Cactus has been ghosted for the majority of the race.
Been a good while, if not the entire race.
Yes, indeed.
Is Jimmy B ghosted? I know at one point he was.
I know
I think
he
he's returned
was. I
though.
think he is back now, yeah. So Jimmy
Okay,
B
yeah, he's solid.
is
So.
even going to be in here for some points as well. In fact, he's going to be right on Darkness's tail. He is going to be getting DRS this lap. Jimmy B getting himself in here. McLaren's potentially in for a double points finish.
He's got significantly older tires than Darkness though.
Yeah, he did box considerably earlier. That might have been because of the AI. Boxing him earlier than you normally would.
Possible.
But either way, as Darkness makes his way through into P9.
I will say also, Lord Chappie, is that we've done better this season with trying to make the tiers as competitive as possible, with very similar pace drivers now racing against each other in tier 3 and tier 2 and tier 4.
Definitely.
Tier 1 is still the you're gonna I think, what is it, racing line only? Or did you
Yeah, it
update that
is
away?
tier 1. No, tier 1 is racing line only. That's correct.
Okay,
Yep,
so
yep, yep.
yeah, so aside from racing line, you don't get any assists, so that
Yeah.
one can be a little bit more spread out.
Yeah. But I think you're right. Despite the issues that this game has had, we've made it work. We've done an entire year on this game, and although it has been quite the struggle at times, we've still seen absolutely incredible racing and wonderful stories told by our drivers throughout the seasons. So
As
absolutely
Macau takes.
incredible stuff. Yeah,
Oh
so
no, Jerry, Jimmy took the spot from Darkness.
he did, but Darkness is going to get it back because
Darkness
he
is
made a mistake.
not
Ooh!
well. Ooh,
Ooh, Jimmy touching the rear wheel of Darkness there.
naughty.
Yeah, Jimmy got it all done, but he just couldn't get it all stopped in turn 1, so unfortunately handing the position then back to the Ferrari man. It looks like we could have quite a close battle between McLaren and Ferrari this season. Because we've got Ferrari, McLaren in P7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, let's see.
I mean, we're essentially going to get it to where there's only one finisher that doesn't get points.
Yep.
Because I believe Cactus is still ghosted.
He's still going to be
returned.
ghosted. Yep. Ooh! Jimmy
he
B!
saved it. Saved it.
Jimmy B!
Oh my god. wonder if he's starting to. He's got to be really starting to struggle with that rear tire wear.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to start feeling that now. 8 laps, and there's still 4 laps to go. You know, he's got to be really, really feeling it.
Yeah, because he's got. I mean, he's got essentially the same age mediums that some of these guys have on their hards.
Yeah. And
I mean, I,
Jimmy,
I understand you've got lighter. Oh, wait.
he's
I
taking
didn't think
darkness
he was
though.
that close.
Yeah, he out of nowhere, he might just be another one that's just running negative 10 wings. You know.
I wonder if he did an ERS dump
Yeah,
as
it looks like
well.
he has, because he's got absolutely nothing left in the tanks. What has Darkness got? Darkness does have the ERS advantage now.
Darkness might be saving it for the last lap or two.
Yeah, and then maybe get that
I
switcheroo.
mean, five lap newer tires. Yeah, he's probably. I would. Yeah, lap 24 and or 25 and 26 would be my ERS dump laps to try to. If I haven't already gotten the position back, get it back, or defend it if I have it.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Ooh, Darkness looks very good through this second sector here.
Dude, those walls as a
Woo!
spectator, as a
They're
driver, those
spicy.
walls are just terrifying.
They're spicy. Armin, since there's only a couple of laps left, I don't want to all tab out. We'll get you in for the next race or something. You're not lonely when you have my wonderful voice keeping you company. Well, I think Darkness could have a bit of a go here. Don't try the overtake too early. Be nice and patient. Yeah, racing in the next race. I mean next tier 3, you balloon.
That might be what he's talking about as well, actually.
Yeah.
Since I'm not all tabbed out, I can look. Or since I'm not the one streaming, I can look.
Yes.
Oh no. Yeah. Okay. He's tier 2.
He's
so,
tier 2.
Yeah.
So
Next tier.
can't
Yeah.
race
Next
in
tier
tier
3.
3. Yeah.
We can have 3 commentators.
Oh yeah. So 2 to go. Vodka has caught up a little tiny bit to Julian. Oh, Darkness! No, in his pursuit for that extra point, he unfortunately has wiped off that front wing. And, oh, that's really unfortunate.
But does he pull a Nadim in a Nadim Mexico strat where he just, at this point, just finishes the race without a wing?
I think he's going to get P10 either way because Cactus and Formula 1 are both, I've just checked that, they're both ghosted.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter.
You know, he's not going to lose position. So, to me, I think it would make sense just to box and not risk it. You know.
I didn't realize Formula 1 was ghosted.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize myself. I had to just check there just to be sure. Ooh, see, that is exactly.
I thought that was the end of it for him.
You don't get no points if you slap the wall.
Oh my god.
So,
even though it was 90%?
Oh well, he would actually. Yes. So he would still get points at this stage.
A point.
Yeah.
A point.
Actually, no, because he's Darkness, I wouldn't let him get it.
That's fair. For as often as he slams on McLaren, that's fair.
Exactly. It's just because he's jealous. Ooh, and just as we switch to him, oh, Viper was ghosted, but now he's back. That's okay.
I think that was a glitch from because Darkness was ghosted because I think he was getting lapped.
Yeah, I think it was.
And then I think the game when you switched, it was like, oh wait, he's not lapped.
Yeah. Yep.
Like how Armin's talking about his strategy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, in the middle of the stream, it might be a surprise for everyone. Well, it won't be now.
Not anymore. Well, I mean, unless there's tier 2 guys watching.
Yeah. Is there anyone? Can't see anyone that is tier 2 at the moment.
There's
Many?
16.
16. Oh, 16. Excellent. Thank you for joining us on the stream tonight. Hopefully, we've provided you with some good entertainment. We had a lovely spicy race for the win here. Unfortunately, was kind of decided by Vodka's spin for whatever reason. If it was Vodka spinning on his own, then Julian will take the win. If it was as a result of contact with Julian, then it'll be down to the stewards. As Viper
Almost loses it
nearly
again.
deciding
He got a
to.
little. He got a little loose out of turn 2 as well.
He's,
So
he's getting a little excited. So
I think he wants to make sure. I wonder if he thinks there was an incident that he might have been involved in, and he now wants to make sure that he's got plenty of space to not lose a position.
yeah, maybe so, because
But
he looks
I
like
don't
he's pushing.
think. But I think really the only incident that it seems like there's been, as far as there could have been contact, was that one between Julian and Vodka.
Yep. Yep. So it's interesting. I wonder why Viper is pushing so hard. I mean, could just be we're all racing drivers and we love to push hard, so
That isn't the truth.
Exactly. And look at where Suffocating has got himself up to. P4 after all of that.
Apparently, softs here reach 100% wear in 5 laps.
I am not surprised about that at all. Softs in a race condition are just absolutely horrible.
Final lap.
Yeah, still possible if you can take the hards long enough.
I will say the guys. I mean, they've got almost. I mean, you have 8 or 9, 8, and 7. It's like I really wouldn't have been surprised if they'd have taken it to where they only had to put 5 or 6 laps on these mediums.
Yeah.
It didn't really seem like they were losing that much pace.
Nope. The hards are very, very good around here, so yeah, they could very well have done as Julian then. Sorry, we missed that. Actually, Julian crosses the line and is the winner of Azerbaijan round 1 here in season 5. Here's your first tier 3 winner. Vodka, unfortunately, is going to have to settle for P2 at the moment. Pending steward's investigation. Reason B then is going to round out the podium. Had a bit of a sniff of potentially getting in there for P2, maybe even the win there, but the Red Bull man's going to have to settle for that P3 position now. Still an absolutely wonderful drive. As we see then, Suffocating is going to come up to the line now. An absolutely wonderful recovery from that grid position penalty.
Oh yeah, he was the one with the penalty. I don't know why I thought that was Viper.
Yeah, no, it was
So,
the other way
P11
around.
to P4. What a drive!
That is pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive.
Drac with
indeed.
the impressive recovery from falling all the way to P14 in turn 2, back to P5.
Getting back to P5.
Essentially only losing 1 spot in the race.
Yep. And a story potentially of what
maybe
could have
2.
been. Because a podium. Yeah, I think he was P2 at the time, wasn't he? I'm not sure.
No, he was. I don't remember if he was P3 or P4 at the start.
But either way, very, very good drive. Drac then back up to P5. Viper getting some good points there in P6. So, not the start to the season that our defending champion would have wanted, but getting that driver of the day. Commentator's choice driver of the day. Cthulhu, what's your thoughts?
I won't say I necessarily disagree with the game. I mean, because P11 to P4 is impressive, but I think the I don't want to quite call it dominance because he did at one point lose the position to Baku, but I actually want to give it to Yulian just for that essentially wire to wire lead almost.
Yeah, I get that.
Like,
For me though, I would give it to Suffocating.
that's why I said I'm not mad at the game for it, giving
Yeah,
it to him because that is, I mean, in any level, an impressive drive.
yeah, for sure, for sure. And I think for me, Suffocating is just takes it today. Although Julian had absolutely brilliant pace today and some great battling, very very smart driving through the race, I think Suffocating just takes it. Potentially, I am taking a little bit away for what I think is contact with Vodka. On first glance. But I think Suffocating just did an amazing job, didn't put a foot wrong, and just went out there and absolutely smashed it. So just an absolutely great race all round. So let's just put that on that screen. Let's see. Are we going to get our guys in the waiting room? We'll just wait another minute or two to see if we get anyone in here for the interviews. We do. Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much, Roman Monkey. We're not done yet, though. We've got our interviews coming up, so let's just drag Vodka, and we'll bring Dante in here as well. Vodka, an absolutely phenomenal drive in the first half of that race. A very, very intense battle with Julian. But unfortunately, something happening in the middle of the race there, which resulted in a spin. Let us know your thoughts.
Okay, so I'm a little bit angry at this point, but it's
Okay.
racing. Yeah, you told me you missed his braking point, and then he hit me. I spun, and then I lost a lot of time.
Okay, so it
Um,
was then contact that did result in a spin.
yeah,
Okay, interesting. Um, yeah, it's definitely something then that is going to need looked at in the steward's room. But looking on the bright side, the pace there today is a good indicator, I think, of what is to come. For the rest of the season. Do you think that there is a reasonable chance at taking a shot at the tier 3 title?
absolutely. Like, it was a shame on the qualifying because on the third sector, I lost the rear and lost a lot of time.
Uh,
I was up like 4 tenths, 5 tenths on my
yeah.
previous lap, so yeah, it's a shame. And then on the race, I just wasn't feeling very comfortable. Don't know why. There was
Okay.
something off.
Interesting. Interesting. Do you think that potentially is setup issues?
Probably, yeah.
Or is it maybe just this track in particular?
No, I quite enjoy the track. It's just I think it's the setup issue. I was having a lot of degradation on the tires, and it was really hard to keep it all pointing the right direction. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm just absolutely
indeed.
pissed. But
Yep, and understandably so. But yep, we will take a look at that then in the steward's room. Dante, so a good result then for vodka today. Um,
Yeah,
let us know your thoughts.
yeah, pretty good result because we got the second place, and there was two parts what happened to Tough Cocky, because he made a mistake, and
Yeah.
he DNF lap, that was lap 5, yeah, if I remember correctly. So that was the part because we could have won some good points with um
Definitely.
with the two driver if they were if they finish on good position. But I think that's a game, and
Yes.
I'm pretty happy and not because voila, what happened to Mr. Vodka because he was I think it was at lap 17 or 18. Yeah, that was lap 15. In lap 15, the second guy, Mr. Karenatovic, just made a spin. He just bumped into him on his back. So that's why that made vodka spin, and that's too bad because it could seriously they could have he could have a good fight with him, and I think he could have won because he got a pace. They got the same pace, but I think he could have made something. But too bad he got a 3 second penalty or warning, cutting corner. But anyway, globally that was a good race, and I think we're going to be good for the race to come in T3.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you very much for adding on top of there. Dante, one of our newest team principals taking over here at Mercedes. So thank you very much, guys, and wish you the best of luck for
Can
the
I just say
rest
something
of
really
the
quick?
season. Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Your commentating and your voice in general in interviews is amazing, Maverick.
Thank you very much. Really,
You're
really
amazing.
appreciate that. Fans, what do you think as well? We'll see. It takes him a minute to reply. Thank you very much, Bugga. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. But
Yeah,
it's down to you guys to provide some really good, exciting racing, and that was absolutely electric. Unfortunate the way it ended. But sometimes that is racing. So thank you very much,
exactly.
guys. I'm gonna move you
Exactly.
back to the waiting room for now, so we can see if we can get anyone else in. Um, so yeah, interesting then. Cthulhu, it's sounding like that was
Yeah.
a bit of contact then between the leaders, unfortunately deciding the result.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised to learn that information. Um, but at the same time, you do hate to see a race get decided by penalties handed out by the stewards post race. But it is what it is. If it, I mean, it'll get reported. It definitely needs to be looked at properly, and I definitely think both of them were deserving of the win. They had the pace, but obviously there can only be one winner. So we'll see what the stewards decide and what the official results are here in the next couple of days.
Exactly, exactly. Yes, as they say, second is the first of the losers. Isn't that right? Was that Talladega Nights?
No, that's
Legendary movie.
if you ain't first, you're last.
Oh, is that one? Yeah,
That's what
that's
it is.
yeah.
That's
No,
what it
no,
is.
no, no. Yeah, we don't count that one. No, because that sounds very. That's
Well,
either.
That's what Talladega Nights
Yeah.
is. I don't
No,
know where you got yours from.
I don't approve that one because that's basically go flat out if you're not in first and just crash into everyone because it's
I mean,
basically what
it
what.
works a little bit better when you only have to turn left.
Yes, exactly. Too right, too right. Yeah, I can't remember. Where is second is the first of the loser? I don't know. But anyway, all of our drivers, absolutely congratulations to everyone. We love just the fact that everyone is participating and enjoying themselves anyway. It looks like we're not going to have any further interviews for tonight. We don't have anyone else in the waiting room at the moment. And everyone's saying they just love these wonderful Northern Ireland tones. And a little bit of love as well for my good co-commentator Cthulhu as well. Thank you very much for joining me in the box. Actually, sorry, before we do go, we do actually have Julian has just joined us, so let's just drag Julian into the box then. So, Julian, welcome. On track, winning the race today. Congratulations. An absolutely phenomenal battle throughout the race with Vodka there. Vodka mentioning there was some contact in the middle of the race. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, I missing the breaking point. Uh, I very apologize to him. I know that was a very tough race for me. I 5th time in Baku. I had a very, very bad races before, and start of the season is unpredictable for me. Pole position the first race in the Phoenix Team Sport. It was very fantastic.
Yes, definitely, absolutely wonderful qualifying session. Some great pace. And the race pace is definitely there as well. So, do you think that for this season you can put up a challenge for the title?
Yeah, definitely yes.
Excellent, excellent. Um, yeah, Cthulhu, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
I would just say I'm definitely excited to see that battle between you and Dante, or you and Vodka, continue for the entire rest of this season.
Yeah,
I'm incredibly excited for that.
Definitely, same here, and I think everyone on the stream as well is very excited as well. You guys spent the majority of that race within 1 second of each other, so for sure, yes, unfortunately, a little bit of contact in this race, but hey, that is racing, and it happens from time to time. But hopefully you enjoyed yourself then tonight, Julian.
yeah, really enjoyed that race.
Excellent, excellent, good. And I really then look forward to seeing you back on track then again next week. So thank you very much for joining us, and congratulations for tonight.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, so yeah, I think we could probably wrap up there then. So thank you very much for joining me tonight, then, Cthulhu.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. I'm just glad I was able to.
Excellent, excellent. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you very much, everyone on stream, for joining us as well. Then, please, please join us tomorrow night. You will get to hear these lovely tones once again for Tier 2, where we start all over again. And we have some absolutely fire lineups for you in Tier 1 and 2, our team principal managed tiers. We have some absolutely phenomenal teams. We've got McLaren hoping to reclaim their title again after it's being stripped away by a very strong set of teams last season. As well as some other teams looking to get back in the fight as well. And then Tier 1 as well, going to be absolutely incredible. Ferrari looking very, very strong with their lineup of Koss and Pains. So it's going to be interesting to see, can anyone take the battle to those guys? There is only one way that you can find out, and that is joining us right here on the Phoenix Simsport channel. And you are going to get to watch every single minute of this season as it goes along. Season 5 is going to be the best season we have had yet. Join us for every single minute of it. We'll see you on the other side. Cheerio.